welcome back to my channel. I jumped right in today. I measured out my distilled water, and of that measured water, I poured 1.5 ounces into a separate container. Let's just move that scale out of the way. That was a little forceful. Anyway, I added a couple teaspoons of sugar, and we're popping it in the microwave with maybe 10-20 seconds of heat to make a simple syrup. Hey, that was me saying hello to all the new people and welcoming back my subscribers. Hi. So I measured all my oils out, put them in separate containers. I'm going to add everything to my big soap making bucket here. And we're trying something new today. I don't know if it's going to work or if it won't work, but we'll find out together. What I did was I used the regular olive oil, coconut oil, sustainable fair trade palm because I care about the forests and the environment, but I really like using palm oil in my soap. And then I found sustainable palm kernel flakes. And I wanted to try them because it's supposed to make a really hard soap bar. So I thought, heck, why not? So I wasn't really sure how to mix it in, so I kind of did some experimenting on almost a 4-pound batch of soap. But in my mind, I was like, why don't we just pull away 2 ounces of palm oil and add in the palm kernel flakes? But I'm thinking that was too much, and maybe next time I'll just add a 1/2 ounce, and maybe I will just still remove some of the palm oil. Anyway, we'll find out what happened. So now that I got all of my containers scraped out, I really was scraping away there, I decided to add the Kaolin clay. Kaolin clay is really, really great. It's especially nice for sensitive skin. It makes a nice hard bar, and it only is beneficial. I love it and use it in almost everything. So I added the Kaolin clay, but split it up into 2 parts. Half of it went into my soap batter, all the oils mixed together, just right there. And the other half went into my scent container. I'm going to use that to anchor the scent down, and it should keep it lasting and keep it strong while the bar of soap is going through the cure. You know, that could be anywhere from 4 weeks to 8 weeks, depending on how long it needs. So we need that scent anchored because I like my bars to smell good. And I have trouble with scented oil. It always makes my stuff seize. So anchor it. Anyway, moving along, I went ahead and I added half of the amount of scented oil because I always like to leave some that I can always add in later. But if my batch is going to seize up or give me grief, I have a little more control over it. I also added some color stabilizer to this because the scents that I'm using have a very small amount of vanillin in them. And I may not be pronouncing that right, sorry, but it's the vanilla base. So because I'd like this soap to be very bright, I added a little of that, and I added a little bit of titanium dioxide. I say this in every video, I don't add a lot, I just add enough so that it brightens up my bar. So I have the mica all measured out, and I put it in the containers that were originally holding the oil, and I had scraped out really good. And I took a little bit of the coconut olive oil mixture from the main batch that was measured out. I held that and just covered the mica a little bit. That way it was nice and smooth when I added my soap batter. So I fast forwarded a little bit here and it is already thickening up really quickly. I hand mixed it for most of it, and I'm telling you, with just a couple little quick blends, and it was getting thick fast. So right now I'm laying down the green base, and I just want this to resemble a flower since it's hyacinth and gardenia. So we have the green on the bottom, followed by the rose gold light pink. I'm just going to smooth that out with my spatula, and then I'm going to lay down some hot pink. And I really like this neon pink. What I decided to do was take a little bit of the rose gold because I wasn't super happy with the color, and added some extra mica in hot pink to that just so I could brighten up the batch. So I'm just going to lay that down, give it a little smooth out, and see what we can do. I like to do this because it helps get some of those bubbles out. All right, time to add on this purple. And in the video, it's looking very lavender, but in person, it is darker for sure. Okay, so I've smoothed it out, and now I'm taking my hanger tool and I'm just going in there trying to mix it up. It's really thick, so I don't know how nice of a swirl I'm going to get, but at least the colors won't be blocky and layered. So real quick, I just banged it out off camera, and it's looking good. It's lost a little bit of height, so I did a good job banging it. We're going to add the rest of that hot pink on there. Just kind of give it a nice layer right in the middle. Follow with some, I think I'm going to follow with the blue, but I have my green in my hand. Yes, I'm going to follow with the blue on the sides. Okay, so I'm going for that flowery look. I don't know how great it looks here, but it will come together later. I'm running it through again with my tool, hopefully getting everything mixed together. And I kind of just gave it some texture on top. So off camera, I went ahead and put the rest of my green and the rest of my white in a piping bag, made a much lighter green. And I just kind of snipped it and made a mock leaf tip just to kind of get it done. I was working very quickly because it was really, really thickening up on me here. So I'm just kind of going around the edge just where people will see. Flipping it around. That is the best advice. Don't ever try to work away from you. Just turn your project around and you can reach it easily. And I guess I decided that I was working too far off. So I am adding the leaves all around the side and just randomly placing them on top. Now my goal here is to add blue flowers and then on top of it do pink flowers. So let's see what happens. I'm going to start with my blue. I am using a thicker petal tip. I said in a different video, I have Wilton tips, and then I was on Amazon and I found this really, really good deal for like 127 tips for like $20. So I bought it, and the tips were not Wilton, and they have numbers, but they're not the right numbers. So I have to rely on my knowledge of flower tips. So bear with me sometimes. So I'm really excited. We did the pour. It came out great. It was a little chunky. I kind of was going at this blind because I experimented with my batch recipe. But you know what? It worked out. It came out good. I really like it. It really resembles flowers. And it did what I wanted. In this picture here, you can't see, but mostly all of them have that green base with the swirl of the pink and purple and blue. And it came out perfect. Subscribe. Thanks so much. Have a great day.